Good morning. I want to share a story of something that happened recently when I was talking with someone, doing some spirit direction, and I'm not going to share any actual details. But the person, I was just trying to get them to see how it is that God sees them, and to realize that the way God sees us is actually reality. Sometimes we view ourselves through the lens of our weaknesses and our faults, but God views us with so much potential, and He views us the way that He created us. And this person was saying that they were in a situation recently where they were kind of having to be kind of tough, maybe some tough love on another individual. And there was a third person who happened to be there. And they felt, gosh, that third person must really think that I'm kind of mean, cold-hearted because of the way I'm having to put things in place and lay things out for this other person. Well, it turns out that then just a little while later, maybe it was the next day or so, that they ended up finding out that person 3 ended up saying, wow, that individual is really strong, and they're really loving, and they really strive to bring peace. And I was like, that's amazing. So you thought that this third person thought, gosh, this person's terrible, but the reality is they actually saw you as strong. And the person was like, yeah, that's pretty great. And I said, okay, here's my question for you. Do you view yourself as that person who brings peace, and that person who is loving, and that person who cares about others? Do you view yourself the way that person was actually affirming you and saying how they see you? And the person, probably unsurprisingly, because maybe a lot of us would feel this way, was like, no, I don't feel that way. And I was like, well, that's how God sees you. That's how you are. Don't view yourself through the lens of your weaknesses. And they were like, but Father, I don't sense that. And the Lord put something on my heart that I never thought about before. And all of a sudden I said, I want you to think about who the best version of yourself is, right? If you were the best version of yourself, what would that look like? And by this, I don't mean if you put years and years and years of perfect work in, 10 years of perfect work so that you become a living saint, what would that look like, right? Not some future version, but right here and right now, the best that you can be when you're not overtired, when you don't have things that you're stressing out about and circumstances that are making things difficult for you, like right here, right now, as you are, when things are going pretty good and you don't have all these extra outside pressures and just things that maybe pull you down, who are you? What are you like? And they were able to say, well, yeah, I am kind, and I'm loving, and I care, and I look out for others. I'm like, okay, that is who you are. And I need for you to own that. I need for you to declare right now, I am, in fill in the blanks for whatever it is that how you view yourself, if things are going great and you're in an ideal atmosphere where you're able to really be who you want to be without the circumstances that bring you down. I want for you to do this. I invite you to do this. To say, who am I when I'm at my best? And to realize that is who you are. Because as John Paul II says, we are not the sum of our failures and our weaknesses. We are the sum of the Father's love for us and our real capacity to become the image of His Son, to let Christ shine through us. You are amazing. You are fantastic. You are phenomenal. You are loving. Sometimes do you do things that maybe don't fall in line with that? Sometimes do you maybe do things that aren't perfectly loving? Yeah, sure, we all do. But that's not who you are. Who you are is who God made you, with your gifts, with your talents, with your love, with your compassion. So take some time, not to think about it yourself, but to pray and ask God to show you who you are at your best and say, wow, that's who I am. And then live every day so as to try to fully actualize that potential. God bless you. You're awesome.